Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. Thank you for joining me here for the Taz Effect Daily News in a way you didn't know you could use. I want to start the show today sending my heartfelt condolences to the family of a Miss Melvina Harris. An amazing, amazing woman who will be incredibly missed. And let me also take this time to remind you, reconcile now with who you can, okay? And live life to the fullest. Stop putting things off. Have the conversations you need to have with the people you need to have them with. And once again, my sincerest condolences to the family of Miss Melvina Harris. Now moving into the news of the day. Yes, the House has passed, they took a vote regarding the release of the Epstein/Maxwell files. All except for one individual voted yes. The singular individual said that they have always had issues with this particular bill. And they're still going under the guise of not wanting to re-traumatize or re-victimize people. But keep in mind that prior to this vote, victims held their own press conference calling for this release. They want justice. Now, yes, Trump has kind of changed his tune on trying to force people not to vote in favor of it to saying yes. And this is why. He believes that by ordering Pam Bondi to investigate specifically Democrats, and he keeps saying it, he said it during his little presser with MBS, the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia, earlier today, that, you know, investigating the Democrats and Bill Clinton and all these other people and proclaiming he didn't know anything about things, and then saying that, well, I know this person was close to Epstein and I know that Epstein gave Democrats money and all this stuff. It's because he's looking at why the files couldn't be released previously. Because remember, during the first Trump term is when Epstein and Maxwell were arrested and then prosecuted. Well, prosecuted for Maxwell. Through the Biden administration, could not release it because Ghislaine Maxwell still had open appeals, etc. Now, according to the rules of the DOJ, no, certain files cannot be released during an open investigation, but redactions can be made and though that information can be released. And remember, this is release the information to Congress. Okay, release the information to Congress. What we will get in the public, we don't know as of yet. But Trump is not a part of the investigation. So anything regarding him does not necessarily have to be redacted. It can still be released. He thinks that he's playing chess. He has not stopped playing tiddlywinks since the day he was born. Keep that in mind. This is why he's had a flip-flop. He really truly believes in his mind that he has changed the narrative and people actually believe him. And he really thinks that he has positioned himself once again to be the great white hope and the savior. It's not about him being that smart. He's that devious and he's that stupid. The move that he's making is not smart. It's incredibly stupid. Incredibly stupid. This whole can of worms, the way that it blew up was because his ego superseded any type of logic or the monochrome of working particle particles that he has. Nothing Trump does is smart. He believes that it's smart. Um, Now, also making big news today. Remember, Texas was like, you know what? We want to ensure for the 2026 midterms, we will have more GOP representatives coming out than Democratic representatives. Well, federal court said, no, you won't. Federal court bars Texas from using new Republican friendly U.S. House map in midterms. A federal court Tuesday blocked Texas from using its newly drawn congressional map in next year's midterms, ruling that the map is likely an an unconstitutional racial gerrymander. We all knew that. The ruling is a major setback for President Donald Trump and Republicans, who had made Texas the centerpiece of a national campaign to redraw maps ahead of the midterms. Texas announced it would appeal. Go right ahead and appeal, Texas. If you truly believe that you're in the right, if you truly do, why not do what California did and put it to the vote? Or do what Maryland is doing. Put together a bipartisan committee to review your current maps. Y'all know why they're not doing that. I don't have to tell you. The court ordered Texas to use its previous map, which the state enacted after the 2020 census. If the ruling stands, Republicans could end up on the losing end of a mid-decade redistricting fight they started. And I also need you all to go back to our most recent election. People overwhelmingly, are fed up. People overwhelmingly are fed up. It's not even about people voting along party lines anymore. They're voting out of misery. There are people that were interviewed exiting the polls that simply said, yeah, I'm Republican, but I'm voting against Trump. Yeah, I'm Democrat, but I'm voting against Trump. Oh, I'm not registered as anything, but I'm voting against Trump. And really quickly, let me remind you all, as the midterms come up and primaries start to surface, make sure you register, whatever your political affiliation is, but registers to ensure that you will be able to vote in primaries. It is time to match the energy. For far too long, a small subset of the population in the United States has been controlling what we can and cannot do, and we see how that's working out. And this is because they turn out to vote for everything. School boards, assemblymen, you name it. They're voting in the primaries. We have to do the same. We cannot keep just coming out for the big vote, the race to POTUS Mountain. We cannot continue to do that. Now, we know what the definition of insanity is. So why are we continuing to be insane? If we want different, we have to be different. We have to move differently. And we have to remember, campaigning is the interview process. They're campaigning to get a job to work for us. Treat it as such. Let's stop making politics a popularity contest. Let's stop looking at people like, well, they're a family person, so we should let them in. Well, their parents were great or their grandparents were great. Okay. I think my father is a great man, but his accomplishments and his knowledge is not mine. And if all I can do is talk about what everybody else is doing around me that is qualified for the position, you should look at me and go, so why aren't they applying for this job? We have to stop. No more of the somebody can hop on a horse or show us their lifted truck and plop on a cowboy hat and say that they're the greatest patriot. We're like, yeah, that's who we're going to vote for. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Also, keep in mind, for 2 elections now, In two different states, we have shown the ultra wealthy that money does not matter. You can put out all the campaign BS that you want. We want substance and we want honesty. Money can't buy you that. And to all the politicians that want to throw their hat in the ring, proverbially, this time around, honesty, having a solid platform with plans to implement said platform is key. And also, people, voting public, remember that to gain the equity that you desire, that you require, you have to put in a proper supporting cast, and that trickles down further than just Congress. You cannot just focus on the president and Congress. The current ICE raids should let you know that, because there are governors and mayors that are just letting people do anything willy-nilly. Oh, patriot has always been a red flag. Patriotism in the United States didn't start as loving your fellow man and being open to everybody. Being a patriot in the United States is only reserved for one type of people. Now, remember when Trump was talking about, we're going to send you all $2,000 because we're just making so much from the tariffs. And I put out information, given a breakdown. We have not pulled in enough in tariffs to give everybody $2,000. Yep. And then Scott Bessent came on TV and was like, well, it won't exactly be a check. It'll be rebates on this and tax refunds on that. Get it done. Trump orders rush on 2K handouts and attack on rip-off health companies. Also, I need y'all to realize it is clear Trump thinks that Obamacare is one insurance policy. He thinks that it's one insurance policy that people are forced to purchase and that they're just stuck with. Because every time he's talking about his new plan, it's what we already have. President Donald Trump issued a demand Tuesday that Congress quickly approve his proposal to send checks directly to Americans as an alternative to extending government health care subsidies, ordering lawmakers to get it done now. The only health care I will support or approve is sending the money directly back to the people, with nothing going to the big, fat, rich insurance companies who have made trillions of dollars and ripping off America's long enough, Trump wrote Tuesday on his social media platform, Truth Social. You know, where truth goes to die. Hey, Nana J. Here's the thing. Whether you give subsidies to cover the cost to keep costs down, or you give people $2,000, which $2,000 isn't going to help very many people with the way these costs are rising. What he should have done was pushed for them to make mandates and caps for insurance companies. But thinking is hard for Elmo. But even if you give us $2,000, we still have to pay the insurance company. Like, who did he think we were going to magically get insurance from? Like, did he think $2,000 was enough for us to just directly pay the doctors, hospitals, specialists, all that good stuff? Probably, because this is the same man that thought that you needed to show ID to go grocery shopping. And that is a testament to his stupidity, not how he has lived his entire life. Because I need you all to remember, and I'm going to keep reminding you, his father was a miser. They didn't grow up privileged at all. His father was a slumlord to even his own family. They didn't start putting on heirs until Trump got older and he started manipulating his father to put on heirs. The people will be allowed to negotiate and buy their own much better insurance. Power to the people. Congress, do not waste your time and energy on anything else. This is the only way to have great health care in America. Get it done now. I told y'all he thinks Obamacare is a singular policy. And he thinks that we can individually negotiate different prices with the insurance company. Once upon a time, once upon a time, I just thought Bush and Reagan were neck and neck for the dumbest presidents we could have had. Okay. I still have some good Dan Quayle jokes in the chamber, ready to go. Okay. I have watched small children play president, play teacher, all these different things. Children don't exactly know how the world works. So watching them, it's cute, them thinking that, different job descriptions are something that they absolutely are not. But I ain't seen nobody in almost 50 rotations on this here third rock from the sun. So astronomically stupid, surrounded by people that will allow them to be so astronomically stupid in public. Like I've come across some people that very sweet people, but very, very Gomer Pyle. Okay, very Gomer Pyle. But people, tried to educate them and they would kind of shield them from embarrassment in public. Even Nancy Reagan, when she knew her husband was going downhill, oh, pearl necklace Nancy was like, oh no, you're not about to embarrass my boo. But nobody, and I mean nobody, cares to stop or rein in the idiot that stole the Resolute desk. Oh, y'all didn't know that? Remember when he said he was getting the Resolute desk cleaned because Elon Musk's algebra equation of a coitus coin put boogers all over it. He moved the Resolute desk down to Mar-a-Lago. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So the booger desk is down in Mar-a-Lago. And of course, Puppers has big feelings about it. I know. I understand. Yes. You are right. I know it's the people's desk. Yes. It is. It is the people's desk. You're right. When you're right, you're right. That's why I give you your moment every day. We get word from the bougie boomer with Florida man energy and his views on politics. And the fact that he cannot stand the tangerine kind. So Trump first floated the multi-billion-dollar handout earlier this month as a way to end the government shutdown, which largely centered around a debate on extending subsidies for the Affordable Care Act. Yeah, he I'm just ready to roll back down to Florida and take out Trump. But yeah, when I tell y'all that Trump thinks that all this time that Obamacare was a singular insurance plan that everybody was forced to have, and he really truly believes, because remember, he still thinks that he's Mr. Art of the deal, even though he's been exposed for the ghostwriter doing all the work. That we can just call up the insurance company and go, you know what? I just want to pay $50 a month and get all the things. No, you can work that out for me. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna live to like 80, so you'll get your money's worth. Mm-hmm. And I don't go to the doctor all that much. Like that's how he really thinks it's going to go. And I'm never gonna let people forget that this man thought that he invented the word groceries. Then somebody tried to correct him. Then he tried to act like it was an old-fashioned word that nobody was using until he brought it back up. And he thinks that it takes ID to go to the grocery store. And that if you get to the register and you can't afford all the things, the cashier just lets you walk it back over to where it was. He lives through movies. He lives through movies. Well, Trump continues to lie on Maduro and Venezuela. And you may be wondering, why does Trump have such a hard on for Venezuela? It's because Maduro does not like him. He tried to spy on Maduro. It was the worst mission ever. Maduro knew from the start of the mission to the end of the mission. Everybody was giving Maduro information and just looking at the United States like, better luck next time, partner. He doesn't like it. And he doesn't like that Maduro isn't capitulating to him, or at least pretending to. Because we know in El Salvador, old boy pretended like, yeah, Trump is the man, because he was getting money. So Trump is pissy about it. Plus, Trump needs to appear to be a war hero to his fan base. I can't even say sycophants or voter base, because it's a fandom. It is legitimately a fandom, and it's sickening. But Trump says he won't rule out sending U.S. troops into Venezuela. President Trump said Monday that he would not rule out sending U.S. troops into Venezuela as his administration considers taking military action against the Caribbean nation led by a man the White House accuses of leading a drug cartel. His obsession with drug cartels needs to be studied. The U.S. military continues to add firepower to an already major presence in the Caribbean, stepping up both asset deployments and military exercises across the region over recent weeks. With the USS Gerald R. Ford, the world's most advanced aircraft carrier, now stationed within striking distance of Venezuela, there are roughly 15,000 American troops at sea and on land in the region, including in Puerto Rico, where U.S. F-35 stealth fighter jets have been seen flying nearly around the clock this week. The Ford arrived as the Trump administration moved to designate a purported drug smuggling ring known as Cartel de los Soles as a foreign terrorist organization. President Trump said the designation could open the door to targeting assets and infrastructure inside Venezuela. I'm gonna let y'all in on something. For many years, if somebody that I went to school with said something stupid, like on social media, I would write in their comment section, okay? For the next insert time frame here, don't tell nobody we went to school together. I don't want people thinking that that is contagious, all right? That's how I feel about Trump. But I can't leave. I mean, I could, but they probably wouldn't let me back in. United States. When are we gonna put Unc in the back room and just designate somebody to go make sure he shower every day and take him food in the back of the room, in the back of the house? Okay. When we gonna set up that bedroom on the second floor in the wee back corner? Okay. Because at this point, I don't think any nursing home is gonna take him. I don't. I don't think that they would. Like, keep in mind that the smells that escape his body caused a man to pass out in the Oval. And other people were rocking like they were fighting syncope. Yes, woohoo! Snack time with Taz. Ooh, you're having taquitos. Yummy, yummy. I like. Now, I'm not a proponent of adoption, but do you think we could get another country to adopt him? Like, what would be the parameters of this? Like, will we have to pay Trump support to him? Like, he's pretty cheap. He don't just spray paint it gold. Like, we could rack up at the Dollar Tree, the Dollar General. We could even splurge for him a little bit and go to Five Below. But can we get him adopted off? Can we? A little bit? Like, there's some Canadians that are rocking hard for him. Can they have him? Like, they can just take him, preferably somebody with a farm. I think that would be good for him. It'll keep him busy. Or maybe somebody who owns a bookstore that can get him unlimited coloring books. But you got to watch him. Make sure he don't eat the crayons. Like, this gets more and more embarrassing and more dangerous. Let me remind you all that shortly after he took the oath, there were a number of countries that decided to no longer share intel with us. Our head of intel belongs to a cult that likes to sprinkle the literal toenails of their leader in their food. We have a non-functioning alcoholic as SecDef. And word on the curb, little scuttlebutt, if you would, his wife is running everything. Yes, the wife that got upgraded from mistress, that won't let him alone for a second. She got to be CC'd on everything because she don't trust him. All right? Our head of education previously lied to win an election and had to resign, is engulfed in a pedo lawsuit and thinks that AI is A1. Our health secretary willingly bit into a bet and took his grandchildren swimming in feces. He believes that we will be healthier if we just eat more meat, but we don't have a meat budget. I think the least problematic of the administration is the one lowly black dude that they put in charge of HUD, because in Trump's mind, black people are the only ones that know about housing units and Section 8 living. And we don't really know what he's doing over there in the HUD. Okay, he could be just curled up in the corner of his office sucking his thumb all day. We don't know. Okay. Kristi Noem is getting a freak on a military base with whoever is the latest mistress, adulterer partner. I don't know. But at least she hasn't been robbed again while having a Secret Service detail and being out with family. That just, Kristi, don't nobody like you. Marco Rubio, Trump done gave him so many titles, he don't know what he's supposed to do. He just skips around the office going, can I be on camera now? Can I be on camera now? JD Vance is always on vacation. When the term of the Fed chair is up, Trump lightweight admitted today in the presser that he hasn't started interviewing anybody for the position. The one person he thinks, oh, money, he could do it. It's like, yeah, I'm not qualified for that job. And no, because I want to work once you get out of office. I'm not doing it. So he has no long list, no short list, no side-eye list, no squinty list, no in the dark list, no nothing. But this is what meritocracy is supposed to look like. You're right. No Republican should ever win another election. Like like this is stressful. Let me remind y'all, we are the Truman Show of the world. Everybody else is tuning in. Like, we are the most tragic telenovela. Is it? If you had any issues with your internet service for the past 18 to 24 hours, it is because there was a Cloudflare outage. Also, if you were unable to, get your Twitter fix, yes, I know what the muskrat calls it. I call it what the OG named it. Or GPT, should you use it, wasn't working correctly because there was a Cloudflare outage. Um, the UN has approved U.S. plan authorizing an international stabilization force in Gaza. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I don't think that we should be involved in this. Do the Palestinians need all the help they should get? Yes. And before you come at me thinking that I'm pro Israel and anti Palestinian, I'm not. I'm looking at the history of the United States and who we have at the helm. I feel like this will end up being a money laundering scheme for Trump and his fear. And we do not, the United States is not the people that should be helping anybody get stabilized, because we will get our claws so deep in there and feel like we own them, because we'll start buying up stuff and essentially own a good bit of it. And we'll start looking to the right, to the left, and looking at what we want to take home. Okay, we're going to be looking around like I'm leaving here with something. And we shouldn't. We don't need to. These people done lost enough. They do not need us over there looking for how we can profit, looking for how we can benefit, because the United States never genuinely helps. The United States is always like, how can I turn this around for me? We don't need to. And given that the United States, and BB from Philly's plaything, Israel, has consistently voted against anything helping Palestine, this is giving stranger danger. Okay, it's got my spinal column tingling. The UN Security Council on Monday approved a U.S. plan for Gaza that authorizes an international stabilization force to provide security in the devastated territory and envisions a possible future path to an independent Palestinian state. Russia, which had circulated a rival resolution, abstained along with China on the 13-0 vote. The US and other countries had hoped Moscow would not use its veto power on the United States' most powerful body to block the resolution's adoption. The vote was a crucial next step for the fragile ceasefire in efforts to outline Gaza's future following 2 years of war between Israel and Hamas. It's been decades. It's been 80 decades of this. Let's stop downplaying this and acting like the most recent conflict is the start and stop. Arab and other Muslim countries that expressed interest in providing troops for an international force have signaled that Security Council authorization was essential for their participation. The U.S. resolution endorses President Donald Trump's 20-point ceasefire plan, which calls for a yet to be established Board of Peace as a transitional authority that Trump would head. Oh, Jesus, we're not getting no damn peace. This man wants peace attached to his name by any means necessary because he is jealous of his crush. Don't look at me crazy. Y'all know he has a Superman crush on Barry. Okay? He wants Barry to be his bestie so dang bad. It also authorizes the stabilization force and gives it a wide mandate, including overseeing the borders, providing security, and demilitarizing the territory. This is going to get ugly. Authorization for the board and force expire at the end of 2027. Well, given that we know how quickly Trump moves, he'll probably remember this in 2027 if he makes it that far. I don't know. I mean, it look like he ain't gonna make it. But what do I know? I don't play a doctor on TV. Okay. But once again, I don't us being involved is I'm sharing this next story because at the close of every show, there are a bunch of people who feel the need to message me. And y'all do realize, MAGA, outside of the preview, I don't open it. I don't read none of it. Save your energy. Okay? All right. I'm just saying. When I say Trump is stupid and an incessant toddler, Exhibit A. Trump begs McDonald's execs to change the recipe of his favorite dish. Have I joked about if one day I ever became president, would I, call in some favors, so to speak, to, some of my favorite places and stuff? It's a joke. Okay. Depending on who I tell it to, it might be a good joke, it might not. It's well known that Donald Trump is a devoted McDonald's customer, but today he shared some feedback on his go to menu choice. Does it come with ivermectin sauce? The president has been outspoken about his affection for the American fast food chain. Throughout the years, he has praised the Golden Arches as among his preferred dining options and participated in photo ops behind the counter during last year's campaign. Sources indicate that he has even served Big Macs to foreign dignitaries at the White House. He has done that. He has. This is why I tell y'all, I try to tell y'all, the origin story that he keeps selling to people is not his origin story. He didn't grow up rich. You can tell by looking at him and listening to him that he doesn't know how rich people operate. He doesn't know about fine anything. Okay? Shade, no shade. He don't even know about fine women. Don't come for me. Don't come for me. Go look at his wives. Even though I love Miss Ivana, may she continue to rest in paradise. But y'all probably still believe that Jackie O was attractive. Y'all probably do. I'm gonna pray for y'all on that one. McDonald's is making more billions than anyone is it? They are. Mm. So today, the president delivered remarks at the McDonald's summit focusing on affordability concerns, but paused to recognize his preferred menu selection. It comes after Trump made an incredibly rude gesture to a key figure in the Ukrainian war. No matter who you are, everybody loves something at McDonald's, he said. I like the fish. I like it. You could do a little bit more tartar sauce, though, please. Seriously, reports the Irish Star. You could just ask for that through the app, at the window, in the restaurant. You could just ask for that. Yeah, we're at a summit to talk about business. This is our leader. I want to recount. Yeah, extra tartar sauce. Extra tartar sauce. Extra tartar sauce. Now, the House has voted regarding the Epstein slash Maxwell files. The Senate has decided they're going to try to fast track this as quickly as possible once it gets into their hands. It's uncertain um, what the process is going to be to get it through, but they're going to get it through. And Trump has publicly claimed that he will sign it should it make it to his desk. But I say that to remind you all the hoops the Speaker of the House, Mike Johnson, Mr. Grinder himself, has done to try to protect Trump from the release of the Epstein files. And then this weekend, when Trump said what he said, leads us to this. Trump pulls the rug on Mike Johnson over the Epstein files. President Trump's stunning reversal on the Epstein files discharge petition has undercut months of work by Speaker Mike Johnson. The Epstein issue has plagued the House since the summer. Now the Speaker is about to suffer a clear defeat over Representatives Thomas Massie of Kentucky and Ro Khanna of California, their discharge petition. Johnson cut the week short before the August recess after Democrats forced multiple votes on releasing the files. He then kept the House out of session for nearly 2 months, a move that, intentionally or not, delayed the discharge petition from reaching the floor. What I am opposed to is the reckless disregard that was used in drafting this discharge petition, Johnson told reporters on Wednesday. But on Sunday, Trump reversed months of calls to block an Epstein vote. I don't know what's going on with me today, saying Republicans should vote for it. On Monday, he said he signed the bill. Remember, Mike Johnson came up with the whole, Trump was working as an FBI agent to try to trap Epstein. Like, he has come up with so many things. He has recessed the House so many times. He has completely tanked his credibility. This man has sat back silently and quietly weaseled his way into the speaker position. And now he's going to be a one and done. I mean, word on the curb. That's how he was with his wife, but not my business. Not my business. I mean, she like it. I love it. They got the most lavender marriage ever. It's very Rugrats coded. You got a twink married to a lesbian, a semi-lipstick lesbian. Oh no, you're right. Trump knows it. His sycophants are already trying to make excuses for things. I had someone in my comment section earlier, since yesterday, regarding the update that I put up regarding the DoorDash girl. And they were trying to equate what happened to her with how people have been covering up the Epstein files for the sake of that. Another person in another comment section was like, yeah, I bet the DoorDash girl was a Democrat because the Republican, like, trying to equate it. And their biggest thing is, but Bill Clinton, but like, when you're saying but Bill Clinton or but this other person, you're not saying that Trump is innocent. Or saying one victim or one person said, well, I never saw Trump being inappropriate with anyone. Guess what? A lot of you I've never actually seen do any damn thing. You ain't never seen me sleep at night, but evidently I get sleep some way, somehow. Also, in case you weren't aware, the footage is up on TikTok and it's up on YouTube. Trump defended the Saudi crown prince over the murder of Khashoggi, saying, things happen. He was really a controversial guy. Prince didn't know anything about it. Don't ask those questions and embarrass. Yes, he used the word embarrass our guest. He ain't our guest. We didn't want that murderer up in the White House. We didn't send him an invitation. You said, hey, U.S. people, can I have company? We said, no, you still on punishment. You snuck him in anyway. So good patriots out there, how are you okay with this? For the president of the United States to consistently dog out U.S. citizens for the sake of impressing foreigners that y'all proclaim you can't stand. You're trying to get all the foreigners out of this country, but you're okay with jumping on board with your fearful leader praising foreigners all the time, trying to impress people doing damaging things to citizens and residents of these here United States. Oh, Jesus Pete, what did Nana J say? Oh yeah, some of the stuff they do, I don't want to ever see either. Most of the stuff they do, I don't want to see. I got a pretty wild imagination, and I'm pretty sure all of them have far exceeded it. I'm pretty sure there are screenwriters right now waiting for the Epstein files to drop because they're about to make $1 million making a whole bunch of horror films. And Lord Jesus, should they release these files to the public, somebody cut Tyler Perry's internet, because I don't want no Tyler Perry adaptations of none of this. Tyler, Mr. Perry, Booski, come here, Sister Cat. Let me talk to you. Hire some writers, okay? You are good at acting in 2 roles. You can play Medea and you can play yourself, okay? Or who you think you look like to us. Get some right. We sick of you, okay? We sick of you, okay? Okay, and the self-hate we see. Okay, you always got the dark-skinned black man coming in being the villain, and then the light-skinned man with questionable hair choices comes in and fixes the day. And it is always the dark-skinned black woman who got to go through hell to the last 10 minutes of the damn movie. Like, we can't be loved until we just run through it. Don't take us through there no more. Don't take us through there. Take us through there. No, we done. We're out. We about to tap out. Tap out. I promise y'all, whoever take all of his interwebs. Okay, as a matter of fact, is there another white man out there that can just throw out a frivolous lawsuit and distract him again? One more time for the one time? Don't, No. No. And Shonda Rhimes, if you decide to make a script, we got to have a trade-off. You got to finally end the 6,000 seasons of Grey's Anatomy, because it's getting ridiculous right now. It's turned into Days of Our Lives. I'm waiting for you to strand somebody on an island and they get pregnant by a sea crab. If you decide to take this up and create a new series, first of all, give us a little bit more Bridgerton, but also you got to end gray. Gray is black now. Okay, lights off, black. It's got to. No, it won't be about Jeff Epstein. I can see it now. We'll get the show Scandal back, and they'll pick an obscure person out of the files, create a whole new storyline behind it, and that'll be it. The ones that'll make a story about Jeffrey Epstein is the goofy motherfucker with the Monsters series that keeps portraying serial killers and the creeps, the dredge of society as sex symbols and heartthrobs that we should feel bad about. That white man, he'll do that. But the rest, I swear for God, I swear for, I will go to Home Depot and make a switch out of a 2x4. And I will go on a whooping tour. Okay. And I'm not a large woman. So think about how embarrassing it will be for me to chase you around to whoop you. Okay. Mm-mm. We're not doing this. We're not, y'all. Y'all don't stress me out way too bad. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Coming to a theater. Hey, you know they'll do it. They'll find something. I They'll find something very obscure in those files, create their own narrative about it, and run with it. You know they will. We all don't watch Law and Order SVU. Where you think those screenwriters get their information from? Yep, yeah. Then I scoot over. We gonna be in a corner together. Just let me grab the snack bag. And I got some nice Vietnamese coffee we can sip on while in the corner. Cause Lord Jesus, absolutely not. Mm-mm. But I'm serious. Tyler Perry, don't start none, won't be none. Hire some writers. You done made enough money. And don't hire Oprah Winfrey. And Lord Jesus, don't hire Gail, because Gail done forgot she black. Gail walk around here like she just got the deepest tan known to man. Do I even watch the no, because I can't remember what anything is on. Somebody has to be my TV show buddy to remind me, like, hey, girly pop. Watch this, because I get distracted. I go down rabbit holes and it's all she wrote. Like, and those y'all on TikTok, you know that's true. You've seen my FYP. It needs therapy. But as we close out today's show, also in the next week or two, you will be able to listen on GCPR radio for the Taz Effect. But just as a reminder, tomorrow, Tazzy Claus, along with a host of other Santa Clauses and our wonderfully beautiful elf, we'll be putting on Rouse High Santathon. And this is to help our wonderful, our great sister, Smoking Hot Jazz, get to her beloved uncle's funeral. If you cannot make it, all of her payables are displayed, and you can make a donation now or come on through, get entertained, and make some donations. Make sure if you do plan on coming tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central, and all links to GCPR are in my bio, bring a friend, bring a couple friends, okay? And bring some ideas. Because remember, everybody's picking their own Santa character, and we got to stay in that character all the way through. So y'all can try to break us out of character if you want to, or have some hilarious things that you want to hear from us. Remember, have us tell a story, have us sing a song, have us do anything. Except for strip. Don't be asking people to strip, because Dave the Viking is one of these Santa Clauses, and I know y'all, you nasties. I'm going to tell you now, everybody's staying dressed. We get enough violations on our own. Keep it PG-13 at least. I'm going to try to stay awake. Okay, all right. You just asking. I bet you were. See, I knew. Don't tell me to make you not CJ. See, bro, you can't do that. You have years of information back there. Don't do it. Don't do it. And I think for the fun and for the festivities, I think Tazzy Claus will just just pop out in the morning and go all day long. But don't forget, at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central today, we will continue to go through 107 Days by Kamala Harris. And at 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central, on YouTube exclusively, we will dig back into the Kirk conspiracies. Like I said, now that I'm back off punishment on YouTube. And before you go, what happens before? I set up a backup. And I did all of the things. So, in case me and the unnamed Fox News host get into it again, then we can stream on the backup. So yeah. Oh yeah, that book has been working my nerves. She worked. Oh. As a matter of fact, let me get out of here so I can go re-up my Mountain Dew because I feel like I'm gonna need it. I already went and got me a fresh Rice Krispie treat for tonight. She's not about to play with me. She not about to play. She's not about to play with me. And I'm already a little cranky because I didn't make enough mushroom and beef soup. And my goofy behind done ate the pot since this morning. Judge me if you want to. I don't have Baja Blast. The store closest to me didn't have it. And it was storming pretty bad, so I didn't want to venture out too far. But now that it has stopped raining, I'm gonna venture to the bigger store and grab some from there. Yeah. Unfortunately, when I'm down here, the Baja Blast isn't like at the closest stores. When I'm in Chicago, I can go to the little corner store and they have it in abundance. But smaller city problems. So yeah. But don't forget, mark your calendars. Tomorrow it's going down. And I would tell y'all to guess what color Santa suit Tazzy Claus has, but that would be like asking you to guess if I was a girl or not. So. I'll say your wife's be that. Yep, Nana J, you know it. Woo! Oh yeah. Okay. Well, SD, make sure you have my girl tune in, and we'll do a special Santa happy birthday tour. Nana J, we won't let Thomas sing as much as we can help it. I can't really make no promises. Can't really make no what the girl in 3LW said, promise this. That's why I stay in timeout. Y'all be helping me. Oh, he said, well, it'll be all of us. It's a whole bunch of us. Yeah. So as always, thank you all for joining. I'll either see you tonight or back here, same time, same place, 3:30 Eastern, 2:30 Central, for the Taz Effect daily news and a way that you can use. As always, each one teach one, each one reach one. And I love all of you too. Be good. Or good enough. It's me. Be unarrestable. There we go.